G'day, fellas. Welcome, commanders. Is this Drongo from YouTube? Yes, it is. All right. Well, we are starting off things nice today because we've got our blueprint down, and I tell you what, games have not been good recently. For some reason, I don't know why, but my fronts, I guess it's probably just a bad run, right? Like, you've heard about these incredible cases where people go to the... Well, what are we going on? Oh, are we misplaced? Oh my god, we're misplaced. Oh, that's awkward, isn't it? Oh, okay. Well, we're a tile down, but I'll allow it. Anyway, yeah, you hear about these like crazy runs where people go to the casino 5:30 am and light trans, please. And they get like 9 blackjacks in a row, or they get like 12 reds in a row. And I think for me, it's just been like I've just had a whole bunch of fronts that just haven't really performed. And look, that happens, right? Sometimes you get them, sometimes you get got. So we're going to be looking to pay attention to front. We're going to be seeing if they're doing well. If they're doing well, we're not going to be helping them. If they aren't doing well, then of course we're going to be helping them. That's going to be the goal for today. So we do have our second highest OS on the team. I mean, I'm down to OS 31. That's crazy. I was OS 35 just like 3 days ago. Yeah, it's just been a lot of losses. We're going to stall this. I'm going to ask for E. Let's see if we can get it. Give me E. Come on, friends, give me E. Yeah, this was a bad mistake. I shouldn't have done that. That's all right. Yes, I am. I am truly aware that I am low on power. So everything is like going to be slightly off just because of our grid. So a little bit of a mistake there for me. I tell you what, I wish I could put blueprints down at the very start of the game. You know how you like spawn in? I wish there was an option to put the blueprint down, but I guess you can't select a unit at that point. So I don't know, maybe it'd be nice to be able to select the commander, like quota. I mean, technically you can select the commander, right? Like you can tell him what you want to do. So why can't you put down blueprints? That's the question for me. Anyway, 12.1 wind, not a bad amount of wind, so that's pretty decent. We could look to add in some more winds, but we're getting overflow right now, and I love overflow. We're also going to make sure that we put this down in the exact position that we need it, because we don't want to get those wrong. So 3, 2, 1, and click. Why does that happen? That should not happen at all. Very, very strange that it does that. That it gives the right or the wrong order. Let's just go ahead and do this instead. Make sure that we help out. We asked for the yeah. Oh, 300. 300. Thanks. Okay, and we'll go help out over here. I forgot to tell what time. I'm too busy talking and not busy enough doing that. Okay, we do have orange player on the front. Oh, it's Decurions. Ooh, we've got Legion in this game. I didn't even realize. We've got Legion in this game. Let's see if we can eat these trees. So we're a little bit too far away here from these trees. So let's get you to help out with that. Commander's going to come over. Oh my god, the Emperor sorting me out with the metal. What an absolute goat. Okay, so where do we go? Oh, you know what I'm thinking? Okay, this is... Okay, hear me out, but I feel like there's a totally new strat that I'm about to develop. What is this? What the hell is this? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Build. Okay, that should be enough. Let's go with 3. Okay, sure he's got him anyway, but like, what the hell is that? I don't know what that thing is. We gotta make sure that we do this in the right spot, just because this is like, I feel like we're probably gonna do damage to our mechs here. Don't kill the mechs. We didn't kill the mechs. Okay, do we go Gunslinger? I'm gonna do Gunslinger first. Okay, check this out. I'm gonna try a new strat right here. Even though we're kind of like doing things, we're doing wild things. I'm gonna see if I can make this work. We're gonna be a bit late here. Okay, but I've got an idea. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this guy over. Okay, and that's enough. 21, beautiful. So we're gonna make our Gunslinger, and then we're gonna make an advanced construction bot. We'll put we're putting the construction turret just away from this so it doesn't eat. Okay, so here's my idea. Normally you take the Gunslinger front and you have to think about it. What if you took the Gunslinger, escort my trans. We're gonna bring him back like this. I want to kill... Let's guard. I want to kill the enemy Geo player. Is he coming? He's not. It's alright, he doesn't see it. So we know that the enemy is over there. Go away. So we're building. Why is he getting... Why is he going back? Don't go back. and send that back. Okay, so now we're going to draw the enemy off the front. Oh, there could be a shuriken. Shuriken would absolutely mess us up here. So that's something to consider. Do you just not have a mechs here? Stop, Drongo. Hello. So instead of attacking the front, I am just going to bypass the front. Oh, his arm. His arm. The enemy is his arm. Okay, so basically all we want to do is just be very annoying. There's the commander. He's trying to cloak. Not going to happen. So we're going to work our way down to Geo instead. Why is that commander so fast? Get him out of here. All right. What's going on back here? Let's just do this. Hound? Bro's got a hound? Okay, interesting. We're at 6 minutes, so it's kind of expected for him to have that at this point. We're going to bring it in. We're going to assume the commander's died. Okay, we're going to have to dodge these hounds. Okay. I feel like we're doing decent damage to these hounds. You may have misplayed, my friend. A little bit too close for comfort, I suspect. Yeah, okay. I kind of like this strat. I'm not going to lie. Like, because what's the counter when you think about it, right? Let's make sure we hit these hounds. We want to dodge. My air player. Sorry, brother. Okay, okay. There's a Banshee that's coming in. Let's hit the Geo. Okay, all right. I like it. Now we come back to the front to take pressure off the front. We're copping a little bit here. I tell you what, it's done well. Let's move you over here. Nice, getting some value. These Banshees are doing work though, I will say that. Okay, he dies. A hero, an absolute hero. Okay, I like that a lot. So we've been a little bit late to deliver T2, so I'm going to apologize right now to my ally here. Let's get you guys all back and working. Let's actually put a couple more wins in. But I feel like that did pretty well. Bypassing the front and just going around it like that. Now, if there were shurikens, we probably just died there, right? Like, shurikens are just, they're very good. They're very good at what they do. We need more wind. Let's just get this all sorted out here. Make sure that we preload our frames just a little bit here so that we get easy to come across. And that way, we should be okay. Because we're stacking up quite a bit of metal here, so we'll be fine. And let's fly this guy down. Okay, so now that we've helped out front, we need to think about Cs. I want to think about Cs. Now, there's a part of me that also wants to take advantage of the fact that we do have Legion in this game. Before I transport that down, let's bring one of you guys over here. We're also going to get just one butler out, even though we're low on energy. We shouldn't. We've got 2 constructors. We'll be fine to do that. So where are we putting these? We're putting these here, like that. And let's get you down as well. We'll put you right here. And then you're going to assist with that. So I feel like we've already done some pretty decent contribution this game. That's brown. That's coming through. Is that hovers? No, that's got to be boats or something like that. And then from here, so now we can look to get you over here. T2 constructor. So I feel like we contributed a lot just because not only did we take out the Geo player, but we pulled the front back as well. And now you can see, so hopefully our Geo is making units. He's making Legion units. I don't know what this is. Advanced bot lab, apparently. Fair enough. I still need to learn about Legion. I'll say that right now. I really don't have an idea about them. Let's go into 3 butlers. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. We could also potentially think about going into... Trash Can saying these are effing OP. Is he talking about Decurions? I think he's talking about Decurions. Here we go. We got some light amphibious tanks on the way through. Commander's trying to take them out. Not able to find connections just yet. Let's make sure that we guard this appropriately. What is the positioning on the T2 lab, by the way? Can I just say that? It looks very strange. Do you see that big walk that we did right there? We turn factory guard off and then just right-click the factory. And what that's going to do is it's just going to make them come to the front like that. Nice and easy. So we'll bring these back. Have we scaled wind enough? Probably just 1 back for the moment. Who needs their T2 next? I think we're probably going to go for our pond player. So let's go hook him up. He is playing as Legion. So he probably has the 1.5 maxes. I didn't actually see. So let's go and drop that off. Is it the 1.5? No, he's just got the standard ones. Wonderful. All right, to the front. Do we need to help more? We may need to help more, so we will need to keep an eye on that. Energy has shit the bed once again, as it tends to do. So when the energy shits the bed, what I like to do is just get these guys out here, even though we need the build power over here because we've got very low amounts, or we've got very high amounts of metal. I much prefer, let's do that instead. 1, 2, 3, and then move you guys here. And then can we get you guys on that position? I would love if they were really close in proximity. And then we're going to send this T3 out here, or T2 out there. Oh, we didn't bring you back? Oh, is that why? We never did any reclaiming with these guys. I was wondering why energy was so low. Now I know. Let's go and fix that up. So I'm thinking we go into a whole bunch of platties. Let's do it. I've been enjoying just like 5-10 platties. That's going to create an issue though. So let's go hit the Geo again. We've already killed the Geo. Let's turn Geo into our punching bag and like really hurt him. I'm to the enemy Geo player, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Deltora. It is, look, it's the cost of doing business. Oh, we needed to bring our T2, or our construction turret back. He's down here. He's helping out when he shouldn't be because we're scaling our wind. So let's go ahead. We'll bring him back. So how many platties have we got? We got 5 platties here. I kind of want to do 5 platypus to either side, or to each side. I don't know what the correct way to say it is. Oh, don't tell me my mouse has died. Oh my god, I think my mouse just died. Hold on, give me a second here. All right, I'm back. My mouse is charging. Things are good. Let's unpause the game and we're going. Okay, so we're doing platty to the north and platty to the south. So we're doing a little bit of a double platty attack right here. Let's make sure we bring both of these constructors back. That will make that the last wind. And let's get ourselves just a couple more of these energy converters over. So we've got platypus. Reclaim, please. He doesn't have any units here to reclaim, does he? Let's see if we can get past it. Hey, bud. Please let me out. Why did it not go? Okay, there we go. And then we got 5 going up this way. So this is control 1. This is control 2. And, ooh. Okay, so now they're going to guard this up. 1, 2. So let's keep scaling our energy. And these 2 can come across and do the same thing right here. Let's have a look and see. Oh, did he let me out? Yes, he did. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to come across here and look to come over here. And then these 5 are going to come down over on that side, and that's going to be our goal. So let's now get ourselves an anti-nuke, because it's about that time for it. We've got some pretty good BP here as well. He can patrol up there. And we can start thinking about putting down our energy converters. So let's go ahead and put this down. Now, normally we would put it down right there, but it's slightly off, so I'm going to put it there instead. And we're going to start by putting some of these down, because once this finishes, we should be okay. So he's moved back. Push up. Push. Why is he all back there? Oh, because he's intercepting me. Yep. He's got pretty good coverage here. So if we just run all the way to the corner like this, we should be okay, because he has intercepted us, but we've taken out the radar right now. So he's got another radar in here. So let's go back to the top. It looks like he's playing from this angle as well, which is going to make it extra hard for us to get through, but we're going to try. What is that? That's a destroyer that's coming around the edge. So I don't think he's going to have... Yeah, so this is kind of like, not a gambit, but I don't know. Like, he's kind of damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. That's the tough part for him. So let's go and we'll send some more out here. Send another one here. And another one down here. So we got all of that guarded up. And we do have a couple of idols, so let's make sure that we fix them up. We want to try scaling our wind as much as we can. We're in a nice little spot here. We could try and contest this island. Push. Push. So we want to try and get through on the back here. Okay, so platties are through. We did lose 1, but that's okay. Let's make sure that we are continuing to scale this. And we'll get a constructor. And place that down. Okay, get away from there. So we just want to come in here and just hurt his back line. And then ideally, if we can come down to Geo as well, that's even better. So we want to come through and we want to cut in like that. More Banshees, more Banshees. We've got anti-air, so we'll be okay. So even just standing here like this and just making sure we set the target. So we're being very, very annoying here. Oh, hold on. Everyone's reclaiming. God, I'm lucky I caught that, aren't I? Jeez Louise. We are lucky we caught that. That could have been bad. That's a lot of Banshees, bro. That is an unnecessarily high amount of Banshees. I will say that right now. Okay, so we're all good up here. Let's go ahead. We're going to drop down our fusion. let's call all of these guys back to help out. And we'll also drop down some construction turrets. Let's just make sure that we're doing the right thing here. I thought it was an anti-nuke at first. Doesn't look like it. Oh, he's building some beamers. We're not going to allow that, of course. Let's make sure that we focus this one down. We want to try and get that build power. Now, we can expect that there will be banshees that come through here as well, but we're just being annoying at this stage of the game. We've got a few idols in here. We could look to spend all of our energy. Let's bring these guys out. And I think you guys should also be idols. All right, and we're going to do another one right there. Okay, so we've been able to do a pretty decent job of converting. And indeed, we do now see the enemy has brought their banshees over. Those banshees actually doing work. I will say that right now. They're a lot tankier than the shuriken. So well played to him for realizing that that was the play. Okay, you can come down and guard this. So how many have we got? We should have 16. And we've got 14 out here, which is fine. So let's just make sure that they're all on the right side. Our obsessive compulsive would never allow us any other way. Got to make sure that they're all in their respective rows. And you two can come up over here. Got a scout coming through.
Air transport detected.
Where are your figs? Oh, he's literally bombing the enemy. Never mind then. Where are your figs? Well, the figs are in the enemy base. I kind of like that that gunslinger drop. Not gonna lie, it feels very good to have that gunslinger in there, just doing damage, just hurting the enemy. We're actually going to reclaim all of these now as well, just because we need the space. We can also afford to reclaim our storage, even though, I mean, we've got a storage down here, but we've got a fusion, so we've got baseline, and that's what matters. Fusion is baseline power, whereas the wind is obviously variable. We can see a couple more bombers coming through. Dude, look at that anti-air. Oh, no way he's hitting the advanced energy converters. He just blew that eco up completely. I need, can I grab a Legion Con? Can I get Legion Con, please? Coin. Dude, my typing is terrible, man. I don't know what is going on, but my terrible typing is really not that good. That is a T1, which is fine. We'll take that because we can always just turn it into a T2. We've got this up here to protect us from the nukes in the event that they do come through, and we can now look to res up our commander, so we'll go ahead and do that. Always want to make sure that we've got our commander that's coming up. We also want to throw down just a little bit more on the build power front, so let's go ahead and do that. You can see that we've cleared out most of this. We also want to make sure that you guys come down here and start building up a whole bunch of converters. Something like this. Actually, if we do it like that, how do we make it so that you guys build... What is going on there? We want you to go down. We don't want you to go across. I don't think there's a way to do it. We're just going to go like that. And then we'll do another gap of 2. And then we'll get rid of that one off the end. And then that way... they'll be able to build very efficiently. And then, can we fit one more in here, or do we have to go down here? I think we might have to go down. We'll worry about... We're going to go into Legion economy very, very soon. We need to think about Cs, though. Cs are looking okay at this point. No one's really winning. No one's really losing. But we have a nice little strategy that we can use to actually get... or take advantage of the C. Well, not take advantage of the C, but rather... What's the best way to say it? To take the C. Let's just put it that way. From the eco position. There's a really nice one that you can do. Okay, so if we're putting down our APHIS will come down here, but that's going to be too close. So we can build our converters on this side. So let's bring this guy back over here. We don't want to build this T2 just yet. We need to scale our BP first. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to scale around the back, and then we'll scale over to the side. All of our first APHIS are going to be coming along on this line here. And let's move you across. We'll move you across as well. And we always want to make sure that these guys have got their next blueprints that are coming up. You can see we didn't build this in the most efficient order. Like, we've got some blueprints that we could be building right here. Like this. Want them to try and build as close as they can. So how are we doing towards the middle? Middle looks like it's doing absolutely fine. I have no idea what these units are in here because we are playing with the Legion on our team. And we're just scaling our build power here. So now I'm going to bring back a butler. Actually, let's bring over a butler instead. That probably makes a bit more sense. And make sure he's in this position. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Make it go there. We've received a unit. Is that a T2 con? Is that what you've given me? In which case, don't worry. I've already sorted myself out with a Legion one, which is arguably better. Let's just do that and then that. Oh yeah, it was a T2. Thank you, but no thank you. Okay, so we've scaled our BP here. Lovely. So let's go make our real anti-nuke over on that position, and we'll also make a tracer. We could be using the blueprint for it. And we're going to go into the advanced constructor. I mean, we could have just dropped an air lab instead. It was probably better to drop an air lab than it was to do that. So we're going to go ahead. It's okay. We can always come back to it. Okay. So once this bad boy is up and running, I think we still kind of want more with regard to these. So we are starting to spend now. Why is that still there? I thought I told you to move. We have an idle. All right, as long as we're fixing that all up. So let's start by reclaiming this. Oh, do we overflow with that? I think we probably overflow with that just a little bit. What are you doing? Oh, he's getting mucked up. That's a bit annoying. He's getting mucked up by the T1 constructor. So let's get that all fixed up. And then over here, now we're going to blow these. 3, 2, 1. Make sure they are all focused. We need to finish that. And now we can eat. And now we can do this and put one here and one here. And we got quite a lot of BP here, so I think we should be able to get through this relatively quickly. Commander is about to come up as well. Yeah, we are getting through the BP, so let's move you over onto the next. We're getting through the metal, rather. Air. Oh, air. Oh, that's a lot of air. Okay, forget about that. Where's my T2 constructor? Where's my T2 constructor? There he is. We're going to go into advanced air. That's a lot of air, bro. Oh, okay. And let's get, like, anti-air in as well. Anti-air. 2, 3. And we're just going to eat all of these right now. Can you eat, please? Eat, eat, eat. We need the metal. Eat this. Eat this. We're just going to put a screamer in. Because why not? He's coming up for us.
Enemy commander destroyed.
We want to hit these transports at the back. Oh, he's dropped units. We got the commander. We got the commander. I don't know what to make. Some of these. I don't know what those are. I don't know what they do. But I'm scared of them. We need to also eat this. Eat this. And eat this. Just so we don't chain. Let's heal the commander. He's doing mad damage right there. Oh, those are Tritons. That's fine. Don't tell him that we're here. Oh god, get up there. And D-gun, D-gun hero, D-gun hero, D-gun hero, D-gun hero. Oh, and that's why you keep your commander up, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Jeez Louise. That was a close one. That could have been bad. We're okay, though. We're going to have to eat through this to get to there. Okay. A little bit close for comfort right there, but we managed to survive. Nice try to the enemy. So let's go ahead. Let's eat the things that we don't need to have anymore. So that includes the anti-air. That includes these little guys right here. We can also eat... Let's just eat these. Commander. Oh, what an absolute goat. We'll also res up our T2 construction. And Commander can go do some reclaim. I mean, we lost a lot of stuff. We didn't lose these guys, though. So, yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're fine. We did spend a lot of metal doing that. So let's fix this up. We want to make sure that we continue scaling. We need to put you here, and we're going to throw another APHIS in. Now, these Legion APHIS are better than your standard APHIS, and that is because they actually have more energy per square inch than the other APHIS. Oh, did we reclaim that and not have a constructor? Ooh, interesting. Okay, we're fine because we can go into Legion Air. So let's do that instead. So we're going to go into Legion Air. We could go into T1 or T2, but I kind of like going into T2. I don't know what's the best. I'll say that right now. I don't know what the best is. So we want to wait for you to finish this APHIS, and then we're going to go into it. Also, Legion construction turrets are by far the best construction turrets. I will say that right now. Objectively, the best construction turrets. Every game I go front, I'm 1v15. Bro, well, I gotta do something. Otherwise, you're gonna kill my front. So that's the reality. So we're on 4 fusion now, which is a decent amount. So I'm thinking, let's just go into a whole bunch of defensive air superiority. Let's get them on a bit of a patrol route right here. And we'll balance this with our metal. So basically, we just want to see how much metal we're going to go up to. And just for the sake of it, I need to remove that. Okay, so we got our patrol route in, Commander. God, that was a hero commander, wasn't it? I tell you what, we're lucky to have him. Okay, so we're starting to stack up metal right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in even more construction turrets. And one of the great things about these construction turrets is when they're active, you can actually see them glowing. Whereas these ones, you don't actually see them doing anything. They turn around and that kind of thing, but here they glow with the color blue, and that's part of the reason why I love them. Because as an example right now, you can see that this one is not active. Now, of course, you just know he's not pointing in the right direction, so that's another way to tell, but the fact that they glow, it's just such a nice little touch. I really love that. Now, we are losing this up towards the north, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do a little bit of a strategy I like to call being a gamer. So we're going to go put a seaplane platform over here. We're also just going to grab a whole bunch of advanced constructors right now. So we probably need to grab maybe 5, 10. We could make units to deal with that because it is only Tritons, but there's a part of me that just wants to win the sea and hold it that way. So let's go ahead. What do we even grab in this situation to get over there? I've seen these things are really good. So let's go get those. Okay, did we get... Yeah, we got these. Lovely. So let's get them down. And we're going to build 5 construction seaplanes. I'll show you what I'm doing here, because we do need to get units out for that. We could also get some ticks in. I feel like ticks probably not going to be the best in this situation, though. So let's still do it, though, just to help us in the downtime. Go, Chode. Go, Chode. Have some energy. No, Chode. Poor Chodemander. Okay, so with the rest of our butlers, we'll come over here. We need to find our T2. He's over here. And we're going to start making some blueprints. Let's get this one here. Make sure that we've got it faced in the right direction. We're going to put 2 there, and we'll put 2 here. And all of our butlers are going to come and guard him up. Okay, so that's probably enough for now. So we want to actually win this sea back. So that's what our goal is. So how are we going to do that? Well, as I've said, this is how. So I'm going to grab these seaplanes. I'm going to bring them up here. Actually, before we do that, we're going to go here. And then we're going to make a whole bunch of these. And then we're going to tell our advanced construction aircraft to come over. And actually, we can tell them to come over here and to repair everything in this circle. We'll also make sure that they're on roam and that they're repeating. That way, they'll continue doing the command over and over. We've actually done pretty well over here. We do have these fighters, by the way. So let's just keep spamming them out for the moment. Can we spam ticks to the front? I think we can spam ticks to the front. That should be fine. So let's go ahead and send it down there. Oh my god, look at the amount of reclaim that's in here. Dude, okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm also, maybe, just going to make a couple of APHIS back here. We also need to get construction. So we want to go 6 wide, at least initially, or 3 wide, rather, initially. So we'll go and put these down, like that. So here, what we've done is we've now got all of this BP that's on the sea. But at the same time, we got some anti-air stuff that's over here. So let's come through. Maybe we can come in on that angle and just be annoying. Actually, the most important thing is that we just keep this safe. That's it. Like, when this dies, it can be really, really painful. So now that we've got this BP that's kind of up and running, this should be enough to get us up to speed very, very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab those advanced construction aircraft. I'm going to bring them down. And I'm going to say, hey, I want you guys to just come in here, and I want you to just grab up everything that you can. So let's go ahead. We'll make sure that we're protecting this. Make sure we keep them on fly. Are you guys... Yeah, you guys are traveling to the wrong area. So let's just make sure that you're patrolling. Cool, so that's going to give us a whole bunch of metal. And now what we can also do is we can put down a shipyard. So let's make sure it's facing in the correct orientation. So we can put it down right like that. And you can see slowly we're going to be building up here. We're going to then build a constructor. So we're eating up... Oh gosh, what has happened here? Let's split you guys up so that you're not all potentially going to die. And then get you to go like that. That should give us a nice little bit of metal income. So we are making APHIS. Keep that in mind. We've got our air that's going. And now we're looking to win this sea. And we don't want to just win this sea. We want to absolutely destroy on this sea. So there's no flag that's in this sea just yet. So we're going to do a flag in the North Sea. That'll let us control the middle. Where's the T3 unit? Try and find the T3 unit. It's back here. That's a big bad boy. You see that? He's huge. So we're going to have to think about that. We also need to think about enemy eco, potentially. But for the moment, this should be more than enough. We kind of went a little bit troppo here. So I'm just going to go, I'm going to stop. And we're going to put the T2 lab just over here somewhere. So that should be enough for us. Let's put that down. We're also going to eat this one. We can eat the constructor. And we can go straight into a flag, but you can see that they're still kind of fighting out here. So I'm just going to start by sending a fight command over here with just a couple of cruisers. Why is that not issuing the fight command? F. Click. So we don't want 2 Black Hydras. Instead, actually, we'll go for an... where are the cruisers? We're down here. So we'll go for 5 cruisers. Then we'll do a Black Hydra. Actually, let's get a couple of these, 1 of these, and then a Black Hydra. And then 10 of these. Let's do that. And so now we're on the sea. And that's a pretty easy transition to get over there. I mean, there's a couple steps that you need to take, but it's by far the easiest transition than, like, coming over here, building nanos, building a dockyard, building a ship, then building nanos on the sea. It's just too hard to build nanos on the sea, so you're much better just having seaplanes instead. Okay, that's probably enough construction for the moment, or nanos for the moment. Let's see if we can get some conversion coming up. Indeed, we can. We'll do this. We'll also throw an anti-nuke system just in the corner, just before we get started. We've got one over here, but I always like to just get a second one in on this position, just so that we're kind of covered a little bit further down here. Not that we've got any wins down there anyway, but it's one of those things. We've got spam heading towards the front. Now that we're out here, yeah, we can come in and help with this as well. I think we're looking pretty good at this point in the game. I tell you what, it all goes back to that single Gunslinger that just puts the enemy geo behind so damn far. And because of that, it makes it very difficult for him to come back into it. So this is going to be our last APHIS for the moment, just while we win this sea in the north. And then hopefully we'll just be able to scale from there. So you can see we've got the cruisers out now. Cruisers very easily able to deal with everything. And that's part of the reason why they're so damn good. We also want to get just a little bit. Actually, we can just do it with these guys as well, because we've got quite a bit of build power here. So let's get over here, and we're just going to eat all of this up. Empower, get a little bit more metal. It's kind of tempting. Kind of tempting. You're just going to leave it there. I'm just going to have to eat it. Okay, this guy is scaled as well. He's like scaling like a madman. We have not been particularly scaled at all this game. So Black Hydra now coming through. Is there anyone who can feed metal? Feed me metal. Feed me metal for Black Hydra. Hydra. Okay, so we got a lot of these fighters. Commander is out here. So we've got the ability to, like, shoot in multiple ways here. Let's kill those subs. We don't care so much about the commander. We care about the subs. We just care about winning the sea. That's pretty much it. The most important thing for us is winning the sea. So as long as we don't lose units, you can see he's very much focused on killing that unit. Commander dead.
Destroyed.
So now we won the sea. We can also bring these back up here, just make sure that we've got the island covered as well. Black Hydra about to come out. So there's two that we can do in here. You can see he's got a whole bunch of Triton that are down here. So let's go and intercept that. We can also look just to support this with a couple of despots. Though, to be fair, I feel like probably just going into more cruisers is going to make the most sense. So let's go and do that instead. I don't really know sea that well, so I'm just kind of freestyling it. That's enough ticks for now. You can see we've been spamming it down to front. We don't really need it for any other reason. And our air is looking pretty good. We've got a meaningful number of fighters here. You can see the ducks are doing heavy work over against those Tritons. And so now we could think about, after we get this flag out, which we've now got out, we can now start thinking about moving into something a little bit more APHIS-y. So we're going to keep this up here. We're going to keep the build power, but we're not going to be keeping this lab. And so we can eat this lab. I think, let's go, that should be enough. And then we'll go into 5 of these, just in case. Let's bring these. We want to intercept our own flag, and the flag can come down, and he's going to do a decent job clearing that. We've also got flag in the South Sea, so we've now been able to win on both seas. So that means our win conditions are looking really, really positive for this game. And after we after we finish here, then we're just going to scale like absolute madmen. So let's get into it and do it. Put a couple of these down here at the end. Then we can look to do this as well, or reclaim. I always like keeping my individual constructors out over here. Let's get one more constructor. And away we go. We're still eating quite a bit of metal here, so we do need to be aware of that. Oh, why is that not on the line? We may have had... I need a fusion, says Swirling Mist. You know what, Swirling Mist? I'll give you one better. Have some energy. Have some more energy. Well, let's just stock him up. I think he actually got a fusion, which is kind of wild. I mean, at this point, yeah, normally I would give over the fusion, but we're kind of behind where we normally would be. So now that the flag is out, we can kind of set and forget. That's the good thing about the flag, is like you just make the flag and then you just don't have to think about the game. Like behind it, it's like, yeah, I've contributed quite a bit here. So yeah, that's essentially it. We might actually send this guy up to repair. We'll get him to do a little bit of a walk around, and then we'll get him to come back to the flag. So we want to hit these units just because they're kind of annoying, and they've got the ability to hurt us. Make sure it's not targeting the air though. That would be very annoying if it was just like looking to try and hit that air. So we've got our next APHIS that's come up, so we're doing a decent job here. We're also going to reclaim the air lab. I think we can probably afford to get rid of that. We've got a lot of fighters, and we don't really know what the enemy circumstances are, but we've obviously got a competent air. He's doing well. He's scaling. So we're going to be fine in that front. He's doing a really good job, actually. We can get rid of this. I want to remove it, but he's got a constructor there, so we can't actually remove it right now. So we've won the front. Or at least we're winning the front, we're winning the North Sea, we're winning the South Sea. So now how do we finish the game? Well, there's a couple of ways that we could finish the game from here. But I think the most, or the best answer is probably a bombing run. So I think we should probably just scale just a couple more fusion from here. And then after that, we're going to go into a bombing run. That's the game plan. So let's do that. We're now able to move this flag a little bit further forward. So from here, let's specifically focus in and around this area, just because we want to clear this out, make sure that there's no real contest. You can see that, unfortunately, this battleship, that's not ours, so we can't really do anything with it. We've got some more advanced... Oh, I was going to say, we could take these, and then I just realized our ally has already taken them. Not much that we can do about that, but you know what we can take? We can take these. Let's go take those, just for the memes. And then come back out. What else have we got in here? We've got a couple more things. These guys should be over here. A little bit of a misplay there from us. Let's bring our air just a little bit closer in. Maybe not that close. We don't want to get too close. So we're still scaling the APHIS at this point. So we're going up to how many APHIS? 12 APHIS. I think that's probably a reasonable number. We could look to go up to 18 potentially. Oh, hey, come off it. Come on, guys. We were just having good times. We were having a good time. Yeah, so I think 11's probably enough. Let's just go. Let's just cut straight to it. So we can put one over here, or it's probably better to put it right there. So let's drop that down. We'll drop another one here, and then we can drop another one. We want it where it can hit everything. So let's actually remove these three. We're gonna make the sickest bombers ever. I love these things, dude. These are crazy good. The Phoenixes. Oh my lord. So we're gonna come up through. Actually, we could go through the south. I wouldn't mind that. The telegraphs it a little bit less. But we do have already, we've got like control over here. What is going on here? Let's move everything back except for the flag, just for now. Because they've got, let's just hit over here. That's all jammed as well, so we can't really see it. Trying not to hit the air. So we just want to move back out of range from these units. There's a bit of air out here. You can see he's got something in here that he wants to try and take us out with. So we're going to go with the air superiority fighters right here. These are the best aircraft units in the game. Oh, gunships. It's a whole bunch of gunships. Okay. They're a little bit slower, but they're incredibly powerful. So we should be able to easily win that fight. Now, we don't want to go all the way in, but I do want to just take a little bit of a look. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take a bit of a look here. How many are we up to? To 26. We could actually just come in and bomb the shore. There's a commander. Sol Invictus is here. A lot of units. Mainly units, though. So we can just keep this flag up. We can just keep peppering the shore. We don't need to win the game with the flag. We just need to hold. So I think that's fine. How many of these bad boys are we up to? We're up to 34. And the enemy just lost a huge amount of air. So because of that, it means that we should have a pretty good position here to go in and strike the back. Now, I kind of like the striking down the bottom more than the top. So let's go ahead and do that instead. Just because we're closer to the enemy. We don't really know exactly what's back here. I will say that right now. But by the same token, we don't really know what's back here either. It just gives them more time to react. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll put up a couple of radars in the sea, just so that we're fine. We can also distract the enemy by bringing units over here. So hopefully they'll come and bring all their fighters over there. And I think that should be enough for now. Let's just go into a whole bunch of these guys instead. So these guys are speedy. So that's the key thing with these. They've got a speed of 450. So basically that'll allow them to catch up really quickly and be effective in the air fight. That's my thinking here. So let's go. We'll add these to control group 2. We've got 50 of them, which should be lovely. And our goal is to just go kill APHIS. That's our goal. So we are now starting to stack up a little bit of metal. So we can add another APHIS in. We can probably add in another 2 APHIS, to be honest. So let's, or another line of APHIS. We can probably even remove this here. And let's actually add in an APHIS right there. Okay, what do they see? What do you see? I see a lot. Okay, let's do it. We're going to go burn everything. We've received... Oh, he's just given us figs? Yeah, he just gave us fighters. So, we want to do something like that. Actually, why are you guys flying in first? Okay, let's try that. There are APHIS right here. Let's do that one instead. Here they go. Get them, boys. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Get them, boys. Oh. So that's probably the best way to finish the game. Right there. We can go take this one out as well. We're overflowing metal. That's okay. We'll make more APHIS soon. We can probably go into T3, so let's go ahead and do that here. Actually, we want to go into their T3, don't we? The Legion's T3. Because they get Sol Invictus, which is arguably the best unit in the game. I would almost be tempted to say objectively, which is rare. So let's go ahead. We'll do that. Let's make some Sol Invictus. It's not even going to matter. We'll put them in the queue. Actually, where are they? They're down here. We're able to finish the game with a nice little bombing run there. So in the end, I think it was a pretty solid game from us here in the eco position. The Gunslinger opening was definitely really solid. Now, if our allies, or rather, if our enemies had been a little bit higher OS, there's a chance that that could have been countered. So I want to go in. I just want to quickly check the replay. You have to excuse my resolution here. I'll just pause the game while we quickly go in and take a look at this. Okay, so we're back here. And I think, like, for me, ideally what I want to do is I want to drop right here. This is where I want to drop my Gunslinger. However, we didn't really have air assistance, so we couldn't get him up that far. So I think just bypassing the front is essentially what you need to be able to do. And then from there, like, worst case scenario, you just run away. You run all the way down. The trouble is, if you've got a competent air player that's playing as core, they just make 5 shurikens and you're dead, right? So how do you solve that problem? Well, you have to ask the air to escort you. You have to tell them, I probably should communicate that, hey, I need you to make fighters. We get the fighters over there, right? And if you just get the enemy to get their fighters, bring them in and park them somewhere in this region, there's not going to be any shurikens to shut down your Gunslinger, which means the front has to come back. It means this guy has to come back. This is hard. Like, okay, if we think about the Gunslinger, right? The Gunslinger is a strong unit, except against T2. However, what T2 unit can you actually make to effectively deal with a Gunslinger that is pushing on you, right? Like, we saw what happened to the Hounds. If you've got good spacing, you can definitely do work with the Hounds. However, if you don't have that optimal spacing, it's going to be a lot harder. So here we see, okay, the drop coming through. A lot of units here. Unfortunately, they all kind of came back, so we had to keep going further. So there are fighters that are around here, right? Now, the fighters normally aren't going to be in this position, but if this got scouted out, so if we take a look here, there should be a radar. They should see, hey, there's a transport coming in, but even then, it's still kind of a bit late. So maybe next time we just try and come out around radar vision. So yeah, we've dropped off. We keep our transport. And we're now behind enemy lines, and this is going to, of course, force this player to come back. And when he comes back, now there's a 2v1. And that's what really allows us to win the front, because he needs to defend his base. So maybe it's actually, there's something to be said about dropping in this position. Maybe this is actually the best spot. Because if I'm, okay, let's just say, if I'm in this position right now, well, first things first, I would just say, it is almost, it is objectively, oh no, actually, Fatboy's kind of good. The trouble is, yeah, I was going to say this is the worst lab that you could make, but Fatboy is kind of good. I do like Fatboy for mid. Oh my god, look at that. We're having, Zuni's having a good time. 541, you wouldn't have a Fatboy out just yet. The Fatboy is going to defend against the Gunslinger, but the Gunslinger will just go elsewhere. If it sees a Fatboy, it's like, no, I'm good, dude. Don't worry. So yeah, that's the trouble. So here with the range of the Hound, that range is 650. Gunslinger, how much are you, Mr. Gunslinger? Gunslinger is 403. So definitely, the Gunslinger should be dying to the Hounds. But the thing with that, the Gunslinger, is it auto heals. On top of that, it also has veterancy, the more kills that it gets, but it can just dodge the Hound's shots. So it makes it very easy. And you can see the amount of damage that it's doing. It can 5-shot a hound right here. So it is not really a question. And the trouble is, as long as I'm dodging the shots, then I'm okay. You make Quakers or Mausers, I can run down a single Quaker. I can run down a single Mauser. That is not a problem. I can dodge their shots as well. So that's another interesting thing. I guess you could go into Jags, but the Jaguar, of course, it's going to kind of get that pushback that happens. By the way, that was an insane chain. I did not expect that. Imagine if my air player had been down here. Like, if my air player is down here to intercept these Banshees, bro, it is just... I mean, it's already over at this point. Because what's happened is this guy's pulled back. Because this guy pulls back, now you get the 2v1 that's coming in here, and the 2v1 is going to force his position. So now our mid should win a whole bunch. Then on top of that, Geo is dead, and now because Geo is dead and all of that has happened, it should mean that our Geo is able to produce units and then stomp over the top of mid. That's what should happen. And to an extent, it definitely did happen. The Gunslinger was an absolute MVP in this game, so I will say that right now. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, like, we're still on triple max at 7 minutes, which is pretty competitive. That's a good time. Now, of course, it's not like we're not super duper speedy racing through the like, normally we're at 6 minutes 30 and we've finished all 4 maxes on bad wind. You can see terrible timing. Deltora 58 saying terrible timing. But that's the point. The idea is that we rush it out. We get it before we even get our own T2. That's the whole concept, because it's a terrible timing to deal with it. Typically, your lab is only just coming up. Like, if we take a look at the timing that we could get it to, give me a sec here. I'm just going to rewind. Okay, so we're back here right now. So this lab is finishing at 4 minutes. So this is a late lab. Normal lab is finished at 3:35. So already we're 25 seconds behind where we should be. Okay, so on top of that, despite the fact we're 25 seconds behind, if we take a look at, if we could get air to like come in and assist us here and clear this out, basically make sure that we're able to come through. Look at this T2 lab. This is 5 minutes. This is just coming up. This is just finishing right now. Now, of course, you can get faster T2 labs than that, but the whole idea here is that we touch down here at 5 minutes. This is a bad timing. This is a terrible timing. This is the worst timing possible. I'm only finishing my T2 lab now. And the truth is, we can get faster. We can get this easily 30 seconds faster. On top of that, we could get this in the base. We could kill the Geo. We could kill the T2 lab. We could completely shut this down. And all it needs is a little coordination from our air player. Hey, bud, can you please make just a couple of fighters and bring them over for me so I've got clearance all the way in? And you can see Zuni's just so having so much fun here. But yeah, it really, I guess the other point is, I think after you kill the Geo, you want to come back and kill the front. But there's definitely something to be said about dropping here to pull the front back. I like that. If the front sees a Gunslinger down here killing this, he's just going to be like, that's your problem, bro. I'm not dealing with that. I got front to deal with, right? But if you make the Gunslinger into this area, he's like, oh, that's my base. That's my land. I'm going to protect that. So maybe there's something that is to be said about that. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. The Gunslinger is returning. I'm going to say it right now. He will return, the Gunslinger. The mighty Gunslinger, he will be back.